Here we are, boyos. We're back at it again at Krispy Kreme. We're back at Killerball. Matches 15 and 16 this time. We're playing with the art ladies. So, in this match, I'm gonna start off with the artist. I'm right now looking at her perks. And good thing is that artist has one of the best perks of the game with Grim Embrace and Pain Resonance, which is the arguably the best killer perk in the game. So I shouldn't be too bad. In this match, I'm facing a couple of duplicates with Lara and the two Sables. Only new survivor is the Claudette. Hopefully, I can get her this game. As you can see, I implemented some counters in the screen with how many unique captures I have at this point and how many Sable candies we have collected so far. I managed to find my first survivor with this game, with this Sable. So my experience with artists is that I played her quite a bit when I first started the game. You know, you play multiple killers and you try to figure out which one is the best one. I mean, not really the best one, but the one that suits you the best. Nice Sabo. Let me get my forced pain resonance then. I was gonna use a regular hook, but never mind that. So as I was saying, I was trying to figure out which killer I like the most. Let me see if I can get this knife real quick. Fire. Good hit. And artist never really quite clicked with me. I mean, it's not that I did poorly with her, but rather that I didn't really like her playstyle. I know, maybe a controversial take, maybe rage baiting some people, but that's the truth. She always felt like clunky to me. Nice knife on my part. And let's actually see if I can get past that inconvenience. She finished the genie on my face. I don't know who this is. Is it Lara, I think? They get the unhook. So at this point, I could tunnel the sable out. Like I said I on the last video, I don't really worry too much about the tunnel unless it wouldn't require effort on my part. So I guess I'm just gonna be taking what I can get as always. Getting this Lara, try to hook her over here. So they have 3 gens left. They just unhook the Sable. Loadout is injured. So what I like to do is not use my pain resonance right away in this situation, since I know I have a lot of pressure. Grim Embrace backs me up for a few seconds. And I really like to use them where it hurts, pretty much to demoralize the team. Look, I'm counting in my head the 15 seconds of the base kit borrow time. It was easier to count to 10. But the good thing is that she vaulted and you can actually get past the 15 seconds of borrowed time if you manage to get a grab. Luckily, no decisive strike. I take my pain resonance token now. So the gem progress, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much stopped at this point. Let me see if I can manage to get this injured. I do get it. I really like this Tar add-on because you can see their aura for longer. I managed to find the death hook anyway, so I didn't really have to tunnel. There you go. That's our first table candy this game. We now have 16. Uh, I don't really get comments on my videos, but I figure it would be easier to keep track of things if I added a counter throughout the match, not just at the end. Um, at the end, there's still the Excel sheet that shows which survivors I'm getting particularly, but you can see I have 21 unique survivors. 22 if I manage to get this Claudette right here. I've sewn her quite well. So as you can see, I don't do as badly with the artist. I mean, the survivors are not really as good with their pathing as the last games on last video. But I do zone in quite well, and like I said, it's not that the artist is a bad killer, rather that I don't know, something just doesn't quite click with me. I down her pretty much on the same spot as the other Sable here. And the game is pretty much over at this point. I mean, they're still getting the unhooks, but as you can see, the gen with the most progress has pretty much like 20%. Grim Embrace has 4 stacks right now. I'm following the Lara. I can see the Claudette is injured and going for the unhook. So it's pretty much a formality. Just trying to get hopefully a 4K this game. That's what I'm thinking right now. Following the Lara. I should really maybe go back to Hook, try to find the Claudette before they heal or something. But I mean, this Lara is in the really bad spot. She's already dead Hook, so might as well just get her out of the game right now. This is the power of the artist, the anti-loop effect. And I don't know, maybe after this match, I play her quite some more. That's my other stable candy for this game. I found the Claudette right next to the Hook Survivor. But the Claudette was pretty much checked out of this game. As you can see from the last chase, she stopped running in the middle of the map. Right now, she gave up on Hook. That's good. I managed to get my unique survivor this game, so that's pretty much a win for me already. I was checking to see if hatch spawned somewhere, but I, I I didn't do a good job of protecting the exit gates. The other Sable got out. The best for her. I mean, it's tough to actually escape from the artist since she can draw crows at the exit gates, but she dodged that quite well, so she deserved that escape. And here we have the match aftermath. Just the Sable fled. All other survivors got captured. And it's time to try our second art lady, the singer of the bunch with the Krasue. And I really like the Krasue design. I mean, the whole concept of transformating. Let me check her perks. Hopefully, I will remember what they do during the match, but I mean, these perks I have never tried before. You can see that the Krasue is prestige 3.5, but I got this killer just for this challenge. And believe it or not, this is my first match I ever trying out this killer. And I know she's supposed to be strong, but I don't really understand her mechanics. I don't play like I know she has to be strong on these kinds of loops, but I don't really figure out in this first chase how exactly is she supposed to do this uh to deal with this kind of loop. And the Robin has already cleansed her. What was the status called? Infection? I guess I'm a call it infection. So I know the head form won't be of any use. And I know you're supposed to speed on them to make them infected again so that you can clear them with the head form. Nice Prince Burst, nice lights, nice light. I'm dropping Chase, chasing the Steven. In this match, I didn't show the lobby before the match started, but I have 2 duplicates here with the 2 Vs. And hopefully I can get at least either the Stevie or the Robin just to manage to get a unique capture here. They get the unhook right away, right in my face. So I might go for the tunnel out here, but here I suffer from something, which is that I don't go for the obvious chase in the unsafe spot. I see the Stevie and I don't know. I guess I feel kind of nervous to perform well on this video, so I proceeded to chase the Stevie on the Killer Shack. He's already eating the mushroom mid chase. So I'm trying to find a shot to what should we call it? Make him sick yet again. I pretty much end up just going for the M1. I see the V is over here. So let's see if I can manage to get at least one of the downs. The V doesn't seem to be as strong of a looper as the Steve, but let's see if I can get this chase. And yep, that's what I meant. He was looking back here. I was fearing the Dead Heart. As you know, I'm the all Dead Heart respecter, where you could use Dead Heart infinite times and you needed to wait pretty much in every chase to see if they popped it. And since the rework, I still respect it sometimes, mostly if the survivor is looking back after getting hooked. I mean, that's what makes me a little bit paranoid. And they get the unhooked again in my face. And the V is the dead hook survivors, Robin is unhooked. So I have a lot of pressure at this point, but I don't go for the tunnel. Like I said, it's not like I want to be a nice killer or anything, but I feel like I'm nervous. Like, this is my first match playing this game. I feel the pressure that Nancy has already escaped me once. So I'm not doing the best plays, honestly, but you know that's part of the challenge, that making do with what you can do. And I could go for the V again, but I see the Steve, I see the Robin, and I'd rather change the Prince Burster back to Killer Shack. And I could get a quick down over here. I started chasing the Steve back on this side of Killer Shack, and I actually found the Robin, and again I dropped the chase. I'm just like, what's this expression called? Grabbing at straws, pulling at straws, something like that, to see if I can manage anything. I'm pretty much set if I can get at least again the either the Robin or Steve. But I think this kind of what should we call it? An undecision, like hesitation on my part, is costing me this game. They already at one gen. While I was getting up from the basement, they finished the last gen. So my pressure got deleted really quickly this game. I used to have 2 survivor on hooks, 3 gens left with a survivor there on hook, and this is what happens. Like I'm really struggling right now. I'm fearing that Stevie might get away. The V is already back to the unhook. She's our first hook. And I don't realize at this point, but this is not as bad as it seems if I hook this V. I mean, I know she doesn't have any hook stages and they have time to reset, but my perk, the Krasue game, the Krasue perk, activates after I get 4 stacks after hooking up 4 unique survivors, and they are all exposed right now. And I don't realize it at this point. Like, I'm just thinking, oh, let me just check around Shag, let's see if no one sneaks up. And this V was healthy. She went down. I actually got surprised. I didn't know what happened because I think she was proccing live, but I didn't know if this was like a dramaturgy effect. So that's my Sable candy for this match. At least the one right now. Hopefully I get at least another and can manage to make this a 4K. But what I should have done is after I down that V, I should have lever slugged and searched for the other 2 survivors and find the reset. Because the gate is pretty much 99. The Stevie is running over there. I know the Robin went back to Killer Shack. I saw her in the corner of my eye before I chased the Steve. And right now I'm checking the perimeter. That's the V. I don't really want the V. I see the Robin. She's zoning herself pretty hard. Let me get her contaminated or sick or whatever. So I'm trying to zone her out. I figure if I can get this M1, maybe I can turn into the head. But I don't remember the proc. I just hit shift right now, and I do the flight, but I don't go all the way. I got stuck on the tree, and I was trying to run away from the Steve, but that's not gonna happen. And they show me what young knees can do by doing this Steve. I wish I could do that at this point, but I worry my knees will start to pop. You know, age things, old man things. And now let's see the aftermath for this game. As you can see, I did way worse with this killer than with the artist. I'm not too tilted about it because it was my first game with this killer, but it hurts to see yet another Nancy escape my rasp, to see the Stevie getting away as well. So let me show you this Survivordex. I managed to get this duplicate V, and on the Survivordex I get, let me check this V and run you on the briefing of the first game where I calculate this Claudette. I managed to get this Table and Lara duplicate, and I guess that would be it for this video. Bye bye.